I'm going to grab a few more papers. All right, live here. See, you're live. There's Mr. Fisher. Sign on. I know there's 3 of you out there already. I have my phone. I got to go grab some more stuff. We're going to go over a lot of stuff today, and including your test and also other things. So we'll talk to you in just a second. I got to grab my stuff. Yeah, so it's not too bad.
So you have to check in.
Yep, then I'll check in. They'll go down the line. And they'll check in with the name or they'll text me. And it's all there. That way I keep good tab. I think they got to be responsible for themselves too. Yeah. So we're going to go over the video that I did last week. We're going to go over the test. It should be an interesting day today.
Okay, well, I got class too.
All right, let's go. Alrighty, I'm back and live. Hey, Wyatt. Hey, kid. I saw your work, guys. You didn't have to send it in. We were going to do it here in class. I want to erase the board real quick. We still have a couple minutes here. All right, get my attendance out. We have a lot to do today. I apologize. It's going to be kind of a semi-busy day, but that's just because we have to get some stuff done, caught up. Hey, Hunter's here. All the guys? Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. I'm here, 891. Okay. It must be Thomas. Hey, all the guys are showing up. If Briar shows up now, we'd have all the guys before the girls. Oh, Zoe just popped in. Too late. Boys don't win it all today. Hey, Marissa. Yeah, I see you made it too. Okay, so Wyatt, Caden, Marissa, Briar, and Anna. You're the 2 I need. Briar and Anna. And thanks for putting your names down, guys. That really helps me a lot. So Briar and Anna, we got 1 minute left, so we'll see if they make it on. And we got a lot of ground to cover. Okay. And we're going to have question and answer, and you get points for it today. So we are going to have question and answer, and you do get points for it. So you should have had your work in front of you. I know some of you sent it in to me, and I appreciate that. I said just have it ready for this class period. So we're just waiting on, I think, Briar and Anna. Anna is here now. Okay. Just Briar, if you're there. Okay. Yeah, well, it's time for class to start. So we're going to get started because we're going to be busy. All right. Last week, I took you on the tour of the building, and I went and asked you questions. All right. So first of all, we did the 9x9 floor, if you remember, and I told you it covered and there's a 10% waste. Okay. I would like you to text me or type in how many packages of board do I need for a 9x9 foot for that part of the building. Just chat it in there or text it to me, the number. How many packages did I need? Okay. As quick as you can. How many packages did I need? Don't wait for the first person to be on. Be the first person. You just look at your paper. Okay. 35. No, that's fine, Caden. 35. I understand what you mean. 35 pieces. Yep. Okay. 34, Zoe. 34.76, Wyatt. 36, Marissa. Okay, Hunter, 31. Wyatt's 31, Anna was 35 boards. Okay. Now we're finding them. Okay, Thomas, did you type yours in? Yeah, 35. Okay. All right, well, the answer is actually 35, which would, there's 7 in a package, so it would have been 5 packages. Right on the money. It worked out to be a little bit less than 35, but you can't buy half a board, so you need to go up to the next size. So it was actually 35 boards or 5 packages because there's 7 in a package. Okay. The next question was the wall one. Okay, you had a 4x8 sheet of sheetrock, and you had a wall that was 14x8, an 18x8, an 18x8, a 9x8, and a 6x8. And I said there's something tricky here. Because with sheetrock, you got to be careful. Okay? So how many pieces of sheetrock did I need for that? How many pieces of sheetrock did I need? Now type that one in, please. How many pieces of sheetrock did I need? Okay. Wyatt's got his answer up. Where's the rest of you? How many pieces of sheetrock did I need? Hunter? Anna? Okay. Okay, you got Zoe, 17, 16. Yep. Thomas? 19 sheets? Okay. Anybody else? Come on. Last one. All right, let me explain this one to you. There we go. 17 sheets. All right, this was a little bit trickier than what you thought. If you remember, our walls were 14x8, okay? And then it was 18x8, and 18x8, and 9x8, and 6x8. Okay, let's talk our way through it. The 6x8 piece and the 9x8 piece, because if they're 4 foot, 4 foot, I could get away with 3 sheets there. All right? I could by using pieces like Kane said. All right? In the 18x8, okay, we're going to need 4 apiece for it because they got to need 4 foot to make that 8 foot high, and they're only 8 feet long. You'll need 4 pieces, and you'll need an extra piece. So right there, you're going to have 4 and 4 plus 1 extra piece, so that's 9 pieces there. So far we have 12 that we need. And then we have a 14x8 wall. And again, we got to get 1 and 1. So we need 4 there. Okay? So we have a total of 15. At most, we would have needed 16. Okay? I see some of you wrote 16.25 because you're totaling your footage and dividing it out by 32. But you actually could get away with 16. Well, I would have took 17. 16 or 17. But that's right on the money. Okay? Good. All right, you guys were thinking outside the box. I'm glad you did. You did well on that. I was surprised. The next one, that's interesting. How many boards on the front of the property, it was 70 feet long. The boards were 1 foot, and then 1 extra inch on every board. How many boards does it take? Type in your answers. How many boards do I need for that fence in the front? Okay. How many boards do I need for that? Good. Okay. So he's got her answer in. Okay, Caden, yep. About, okay. Sloey and Katie got theirs in. Yep. Thomas got his in. Wyatt's got his in. Anna's got hers. Hunter's got his. Marissa, you got yours? I know it takes a little longer for yours to pop up. Okay. Well, here's the right answer. The answer, because you have the extra inch in there, it's going to take you, good, 64. 64 is the correct answer. Ding, 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 ding. 64 is the correct answer. 65 I would have took, but 64 is the correct answer. Okay? Okay. So let's go on to the last question. I had that fence in the back. It was 48 feet, and the boards are 6 inches. I included the inch in between. We made them 6 inches. That was the easiest of all problems. I'm just going to give you the answer. You take 48, but it's 6 inches, and so divide 48, make it into inches. That's pretty funny. 48 feet. Okay, 6 inches is half a foot, so you need 96. 96 is the correct answer. All right, all of you who answered the questions online get full 100% credit for it. All of you. Those of you who didn't, I need to see your work and see your papers. Everybody else did a good job. Now let's talk your test. Okay, let's talk your test. I didn't receive a test, and so that's why I didn't work on it. And then I thought, that's not fair to everybody else. Okay, there are a couple questions I want to make sure. I can honestly say I'll never give you a test like this again. I never will online like this. It was so complicated to grade everybody's papers. And I wanted to show you one of the papers. Just because I put numbers by it, don't worry, this is my handwriting. I wrote Thomas's name on there. Him and Caden, I made a mistake on the papers. I had to change it. But that was what we did for our test. Everybody did really well on problem 1, which is that. And the spheres, you did really well. And the triangles, you did really well. And the cylinder, you did really well. Where everybody sucked it up was this one right here. And that was the one I was worried about. And then the triangle one down here, some of you made simple mistakes. But I want to talk about this one here, the cylinder. Okay? The cylinder with a cone on top of it. All right. I just wanted to point out, here we have this cylinder with a cone on top. And each of you, I know you had different measurements. That's fine. I understood that. A rough sketch. Okay, I made a rough sketch. All right, I'm good with it. All right, we want to know the area that you have, okay? Find the total surface area. Now, some of you included both circles on the cylinder. You don't have that. It's the outside part. We only have one circle. So there should have only been pi r squared. That'd be the bottom part of it. Then you have the side. Okay, then I have the side. You have the side of it. So the side, if you remember, was 2 pi r times the height. So you have pi r squared and 2 pi r times the height. All right? Now the last part that you have is that cone. And I gotta just check. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Got to make sure I say the right thing for you. Yeah, the area of a cone is going to be pi RL plus pi RL. So that's the areas that you have. we needed just the radius and the height, and then the lateral area coming down. Now, all of you had to figure out the lateral area. I didn't always give it to you, but I did in this problem. I gave you the A, the B, and the C. I gave you C all the way across. Some of you took that and used it. It's only the radius. You wanted half a C. So you should have had, this is your A, that's your lateral. The B, that was your height. And the C, half of the C is your radius. But it had to be half of your C. And that's where most of you made the mistake. Okay? No, I'm not starting over. Okay, you'll have to rewatch the video. Okay, because we had to move on. So that was the mistake that I caught, and a lot of you made it. Okay? So what I'm going to do with this test, and then you made a lot of little errors like that, but it was mainly my fault, not because the test wasn't too hard. I could see you all understood it pretty well. But I'm going to blend it out a little bit and do it a little bit differently. I'm going to change it a little bit. Now, today you got credit if you were here on time. Okay? Okay? And the homework answer, you'll just watch the video and you'll get it back. Okay? You need to rewatch. All right. Because we do start on time. All right. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is we are not going to have homework or tests online again like that. Any work that we do, we need to get it in a little quicker. Some of you guys are really late about it. Like right now, the homework that we had it scheduled for today, and I knew to bring it to class, and you provided your answers, and you did a good job. I like that. I'm even thinking about having your homework due by the next time we meet, but again, that'll be Thursday. Okay, so you need to have it. You won't have until Thursday night at midnight. It'll be due by class period because we need to get it by class period. Okay, all right. But everybody, we're going to go to volume of prisms and cylinders. We're going to do volume today. We're going to talk about volume. All right. And one thing about volume is that we're doing is volume is what can you put inside a cylinder or a prism, okay? And what can you actually throw in there? And they have a formula for it. It's not very, very hard. And it's over on page 729, okay? We're not doing surface area right now, okay? This was for the test that wasn't turned in. Okay, I need to get on page 729, volume of prisms and cylinders. Okay, everybody should go there, page 729. And we're going to talk about what a prism and cylinder, how you find volume. They are very, very easy formulas. And volume is just what fits inside. If I had a box, we take length times width times height. That's volume. And volume is cubed. So all your answers should have a little cube behind it. All right? So right now, I'll show you how this works. I'm going to redraw a nice cylinder for you. Okay, so here we go. We got the cylinder. Okay, and in the cylinder, if you look over on top of page 729, it states that volume is base or B times height. Volume is B times height. Okay. Okay, no problem, Marissa, when you come back on. Okay, this means base area. Base area. So when we look at this sitting on its circle, what is the area of a circle? What is the area of a circle? Okay? What's the area of a circle? Well, the area of a circle is pi r squared times height. So all you need to find area of a circle is the radius, and you need the height. So you need the radius and the height. So all you need to do is radius and the height. Okay? So pi r squared times h. Pi r squared times h. Volume of cylinder. So if your radius was 3 and your height was 8, you just simply take pi times 3 squared, which is 9, times the height, which is 8. So you have 72 pi. And you can multiply pi out, use your calculator, or you can cube it. Okay? So 72 pi, you can leave it cubed like that. Or if there's nothing there, you could say units cubed. Sorry about that. I would say units cubed. Okay? So you can leave it in pi form, or you can multiply it out on your calculator. It does not matter to me. Okay? You can leave it in decimal form if you'd like. So that's simply how you do it on a cylinder. And they might give you circumference, but remember circumference is equal to 2 pi r. And if you need to find the radius, they might say circumference is equal to 144. Well then, divide by 2 pi. And then you'd have your radius. So if I took 144 divided by 2 pi, I'd have 226. Oh, excuse me. Forgot to include my parenthesis. 22.9. So the radius is 22.9. So if they do give you circumference, you can find that. Okay? Okay. All right. So now, what I'd like you to do is flip to page 729. And when you're talking about a triangular prism, when you're talking about a triangular prism, they always choose it to be the base area. Well, let me redraw this real quick for you. The base area is always going to be the triangle part. The base area is always going to be the triangle part. So as these triangles complete together, it's always on the triangle part. It's always going to be on the triangle part. So you got to find the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height, times then the height. That would just be the length in between. That would be the length here. So times its height technically. But we know that a triangle, if it sits like this, on a right triangle, this is 1/2, this is the base, this is the height, and then we got to multiply by the height or the length of the triangle. This could be length as well, but it's base area times height. That's what they use, the same formula. Volume is VH, so volume is BH, but it just means simply the area of a triangle, okay? The area of a triangle, okay? All right, so anyway, I'd like you to go to page 731. I'd like you to go to page 731. And they have some good examples there. And they also have the boxes. And boxes, you should know that already. It's length times width times height. Length times width times height in the boxes, okay? And they have some examples there. The only thing that you have to remember is whenever you're dealing with a triangle, you have to find the triangle. So let's look at example number 5 on page 732. Example number 5 on page 732. Okay, so they have this. They have a triangular prism. And they give us some values. Okay, the first value they give us is 6 and 8. And they give us a length of 12. Well, you need to find the height because it's 1/2 base times height. So if this is 6, this has to be 3. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So we're going to take 8 squared minus 3 squared. So 81 minus 9 is 72. And the square root is 72. Second square root, second square root, 72. And we get 8.5. So this height is 8.5. So now we take 1/2 times 6, because that's the entire base, times the height, which is 8.5, times 12. And that would be our volume in units cubed. Okay? Okay, it'll be that. Okay? All right. So your assignment is over on page 731 and 732. And I'd like you to do problems 1 through 24. Okay? But we're going to skip 16 through 18. You're going to do 1 through 24. We're going to skip 16 through 18. Okay? And you have a chance to end up with just the evens. You have a chance to end up with just the evens. So I got a number. Between 1 and 10. Okay, go ahead and put your number down. And text it to me or type it to me. Got about a half minute here. Okay, wait for one more second here. All right. Well, the answer that I wrote down was 7. So, Hunter, you have the evens. You have the evens. Now, let me give you a quick lesson, everybody here. Zoe, yeah, 2. Unfortunately, Zoe was 7. All right, let me give you a quick lesson. Whenever you see somebody pop up on the screen, because I blocked this, the only way that somebody could have popped up on my screen today was that somebody gave them the code for our class. So I just ignored it today because it hadn't been one person from our class to give the code to somebody else. So whoever virtualizing reality was that jumped on, that had to come from you guys. So I just left it. Before it was all public, so anybody could jump on. Now it's private. Every time I send you a post, it's private. So it has to come from this class. So it was pretty easy. The live stream is not unlisted. I'm sure I did, but I'll end it here. and we'll jump off live stream. Because I did have it unlisted for today. At least I thought I did. Thanks, Kid, for telling me it wasn't unlisted. Well, we got hacked again if I did it live. I apologize. I've been trying to make it unlisted. And I'll send you that one. All right. Well, I hope you have a good day. You have your homework, and that is due class period on Thursday. Okay? Okay. All right. You guys be safe. Stay out of harm's way. Talk to you later. Okay. Bye.